In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a top piece that goes on our PIC license. So if I just get myself to the housing, just have a quick look. So this is going to be for the sort of snowman piece. Okay, so this bit here basically. Okay, that's going to fit onto my box. All right. So let's have a look at what we need to do. Is we need to use a program called 2D Design. Okay, now obviously I could do this using SolidWorks, but obviously it adds more layers into it, and we're kind of in a bit of a rush this year, so we're going to do it the quick way. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is I need to make a box. Okay, so I select the rectangle tool, excuse me, rectangle tool from over the toolbox here, and I'm just going to get rid of the step block on the right hand side over there. Okay, so I'm going to just draw myself a little box. Next thing I need to do is I use the dim lines, so on the dim lines, and I'm going to go from the left hand side, and what I want is when it vanishes, there you go, to try and make it straight going across there, yeah, and then bring it up. So that's telling me the width. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here so I can see a bit clearer what I'm doing. So at the moment that's 30 millimeters that way, and I'm just going to go this way. Okay, so still the dim lines from the top to the bottom and across there. Okay, so I see at the moment I'm 29 by 31. I go to the black arrow, select the whole thing. Okay, and then I'm going to shrink, do it in one direction first. I want this to be 10 by 3. Okay, so I'm just going to come in the way here. So I'm on 12. Now I can go a little bit smaller, but I don't want to be any bigger. Okay, because obviously it's fitting into a hole that is 10 millimeters. So 9.76, that's absolutely fine. And then I'm going to go this way and pull that up, and I'm looking for this to be about 3. So I'm getting there. Okay, it's not a very scientific way of doing it, but it's the kind of quickest way of doing it. Let's just go a little bit, there you go. Okay, so you can see it's 9.76 by 295, so it's approximately 3 by 10, and just a little tickle smaller will be fine. Okay, I can't go any bigger obviously, because otherwise this bit here won't fit into the slot. Okay, so I'm just going to make that red, so highlight the whole thing and go to the top where it says col. Okay, this is the line color, and select red. Okay, so that's going to cut out. So whatever my shape is, it's going to need to go into here. Okay, so I'm just trying to look around the room and see if I can get some Christmas inspiration of what to do. What can I see? Well, okay, let's do a Christmas tree. All right, so if I want to do a Christmas tree on the top here, what do I do? So let's go to the internet, open up another tab. I'm going to search for Christmas tree, and when it comes up, I'm going to go to do an image search, and I've got various different options. Obviously, the simpler the pattern is, the simpler the drawing is, the simpler it'll make my life. So let's have a look at Clipart first of all. Okay, let's have a little look at something. Now, what I do need to be careful of is when I'm looking at the shapes, okay, is things where the star at the top is very, very narrow, because obviously if it's very narrow, what I want to do is I'm going to cut around the outside, that'll fall off. Okay, let's have a little look. So I think I'm going to go with, yeah, see, I think that's going to be too narrow across there. So I think that looks like that one's quite thick across the top bit there. So I think that'll be okay. Okay, so I'm going to go for this one. All right, so you find the picture you like, go right click, copy, image. I might have a little bit of a problem with this line here at the bottom. Okay, that might be a bit of a nuisance, but I think we can figure that out. This looks like this, the tree going into the snow. So back to my 2D design, right click and paste. Okay, now I'm obviously going to just use the zoom all the way out. Okay, and then we'll use the shift button, holding shift, and I'm just going to grab that in, okay, and plonk that on top of there. Let's zoom back in again and see what it looks like. Okay, so that's going to go onto there. That looks all right. So now I need to fiddle around with this image so that I can get it so it's just an outline. Okay, that's what I want, just an outline. So the way to do that, I'm going to go to bitmaps, down to vectorize, and then click on the image. I'm going to select monochrome, and I'm just going to move this around a little bit. Okay, hopefully get a kind of white shape all the way around the outside. What's going to be the best one? I think I'm going to go with that one actually, because it removes the. If I go onto here, I want to have the problem that these bits are actually separate. So when I contour around it, it will actually do a red line around that these separate bits. So by moving that up a little bit there, it just makes it all one shape. So it makes my life easier. Do I want to invert it? What does that do? Oh, likey. Didn't want to do that. There we go, that's fine. Alright, so I'm going to say OK and OK again. Now, now that's kind of done the opposite of what I wanted really. I wanted this to be the line around the outside. Well, let's try it anyway. So I'm going to go to Contour, change this to 0, say OK. Make sure the colour is on red. OK. And I'm just going to click on the inside. So there you go. Look, I've got this cut round here. It's going to give me a kind of Christmas tree shape. OK. So I'm now going to select this. OK, let's see if I can get rid of. I'm going to try and move that away from there. That's better. So I can get rid of the actual original image. Just delete that. And now I want to trim this off here. Now I think if I select it, it's all one object. OK, so what I need to do is I need to break it into different parts. So what I'm going to do is select that. I'm going to use Control and U. U for ungroup. Okay, so that now selects those as separate bits. I should now be able to click on that square and say delete. Oh, no, that didn't work. Let's try again. Control and U. No, it's not wanting to behave itself. Okay, a little random. Okay, right, we're going to go a bit more extreme here. So what I'm doing is I'm going to start edit here, and you'll see the little dots in the corner. So what I want to do is I want to try and draw around those. I don't want to select, and just go delete node. So I'm just going around every bit that I don't want, and just say delete node, and I'm hoping that will get rid of the bits I don't want. Okay, I seem to have a strange bit up here. Let's try again, edit. And that's better. Okay, so I've got my shape wherever I want it to be. Now obviously I need to combine these two bits together. So I'm just going to bring that up to there. And I'm just going to trim away, so hold down the delete button, trim to the nearest two intersections, put my teeth in. Okay, and I should be able to just delete on the little bits that I don't want. Okay, at this point I might want to really zoom in so I can really see what I'm doing. Now, word of caution here, you only have one undo. So if I make a mistake, so instead of clicking there, say I click on there by accident and go, oops, wrong. Okay, you've got one Control Z or edit undo, and that's it. Okay, so just be cautious. Alright, when you're deleting things, you've made one mistake, stop, go back one step, and that's you done. Okay, so there's my Christmas tree shape. Next thing I need is my space for my LED. So hold down the circle, go across one to the one with a draw a circle with a given center and radius. Now the radius I have is 3.4. So type in 3.4 and say OK. Again, should be in red, and you'll see these are what my LEDs are going to look like. Okay, so don't go too close to the edge. Obviously, don't go over. So I'm going to say I have one there, and one there. Okay. Now that I've done that, that's my thing finished. I can obviously save that. Now, when you're saving this, type it right, and make sure you save that into your DE folder and save. Okay, now you need to, at this point, open up your emails. I'm not going to do it on mine, but you need to open up your emails and write your email to Laser Cutter. Okay, that should be, I I'm looking right on the thing. So laser cutter like that. Okay, that'll be your email address, laser cutter. And make sure you put a subject in the subject line. Write your form. Okay, because what I'll do is I'll try and combine them all, and then I can use the technician's laser cutter outside, which is much faster and able to whirl through all these. Okay, hopefully it's been useful.